Peace arrived, just not here. August 15th, 1945, Japan announces its surrender. September 21st, a 14-year-old boy dies alone on the floor of a train station. His name is Seita, and somehow the war is still killing him. That's where Grave of the Fireflies begins. After the final announcement, after the planes have started to disappear, after history has already begun calling the worst of it over, the film tells us immediately that Seita and his little sister Setsuko will not survive. There's no last-minute rescue waiting at the end. The question's not whether they die, it's how. How can a war keep killing children after it has ended? At first, the answer seems obvious. Bombers arrive over Kobe, incendiaries fill the night, the city burns. But the bombing is over surprisingly quickly. The planes leave, the movie stays. And the longer it continues, the less its violence resembles war at all. It begins to look like dinner, a candy tin, a closed door, a doctor saying malnutrition while Setsuko keeps getting weaker. The bombing is the loudest thing that happens in Grave of the Fireflies. It's not the thing the movie spends the most time grieving. The fire is only the beginning. When the raid begins, Seita understands the danger. Find Setsuko, cover her, run, reach the shelter. The terror is enormous, but it has a visible source. Something is attacking them, and they are trying to escape it. Seita succeeds. He finds Setsuko, he carries her through the burning city. They survive the night. In another film, that might be the first victory. Here, it reveals the next problem. Their home is gone. Their father is somewhere at sea. Their mother is dying beneath blood-soaked bandages. Seita sees her. Setsuko doesn't. So he lies. Their mother is sick. She needs to rest. And they will see her later. He thinks being older means carrying the fear alone. He smiles, reassures Setsuko, and keeps moving because she needs to believe someone still knows what to do. But Seita needs someone too. He's 14. He still needs a father. Instead, he starts trying to become one. The bombs destroy their house in a night. The damage inside him will take longer. Fire is fast. Hunger is patient. After the raid, Takahata doesn't keep returning to the sky. He takes us to a dinner table. The aunt's house looks safe. It has walls, a roof, food, and adults. Yet every meal carries the war into the room. At first, Seita and Setsuko arrive with something to offer. They have supplies. Their mother's belongings still hold value. Then the food begins to disappear. Who works? Who contributes? Who deserves another serving? The aunt sells their mother's kimonos for rice. Practically, it makes sense. Cloth can't feed anyone. But Setsuko doesn't see cloth. She sees her mother. One of the last pieces of her that could still be held is exchanged for a little more time. Then the portions change. The people who work receive more. Seita and Setsuko receive less. A full bowl means you belong. A smaller bowl means you're becoming a burden. And Setsuko is 4. She can't work for dinner. She can't make herself useful. She can't become less hungry because adults around her have less patience. The aunt is cruel, but the film never makes her cruel enough to explain everything. She's frightened too. She's feeding a household inside a collapsing system, and she begins narrowing the circle of people she believes deserve care. The bombing destroys their house. Hunger begins destroying their family. In the middle of that shrinking world is Setsuko's candy tin. The first time we see it, the candy's already gone. It holds her ashes. Only later do we watch Setsuko shake out a fruit drop and place something sweet into her mouth. We know where the object ends before the film lets us enjoy what it once contained. So each time the lid opens, something has changed. Fewer candies, a weaker child, a smaller future. Eventually, Setsuko pours water into the tin and drinks the sweetness clinging to the metal. The movie doesn't need to call it a symbol. already has shown us its final form. Candy, water, ashes. Every time the lid opens, there's less future inside. When Seita and Setsuko leave the ant, it feels like relief. For a moment, Takahata lets it feel like the right decision. The abandoned shelter is damp, isolated, and unsafe. But it's theirs. No one measures their portions. No one scolds Setsuko for crying. No one makes Seita feel small. He cooks, he gathers supplies. He hangs the mosquito net. Setsuko plays beside the water. Film slows down. The ant's house offered shelter without tenderness. The cave offers tenderness without shelter. Seita mistakes relief for safety. And for a little while, we do too. At night, he releases fireflies inside the shelter. The darkness begins to glow. These are not the hard lights that fell over Kobe. This light is alive, soft, moving. For one night, Seita gives Setsuko a sky that can't hurt her. And Takahata lets that moment last. Setsuko laughs, Seita smiles. The shelter almost feels like a home. Then morning comes. The fireflies are dead. Setsuko buries them outside and asks why they have to die so soon. Then she says she knows their mother's dead. Seita's protection was never as complete as he imagined. Setsuko heard enough. She understood more than he wanted her to. The fireflies are the shape of his promise. Beautiful, temporary, gone by morning. He can fill the shelter with light. He can't fill Setsuko's stomach. They don't build a future there. They build a pause. And through all of this, there's Seita. He was too proud. He should have returned to the ant. He waited too long. Seita makes disastrous choices, but he's also 14. He has responsibility without experience and freedom without protection. A 4-year-old's life has been placed in his hands, with no stable home and no margin for error. His pride is real, but it's made from grief, humiliation, and the image of his father in uniform. His father represents order. As long as the Navy exists, Seita can believe this is temporary. His father may return. Japan may recover. Seita only needs to keep Setsuko safe until the world becomes recognizable again. So he copies the appearance of adulthood. He salutes, carries Setsuko. He hides bad news. He distracts her when she's afraid. He knows what a protector should look like. He doesn't know what survival requires. Seita loves Setsuko completely. Love is simply the only thing he has left. And love can't make rice. It can't make medicine. It can't replace a parent or a community willing to intervene. Returning to the ant would mean admitting that the world he built has failed. That he can't protect Setsuko alone. That he's still a child. By then he believes she needs him to be anything else. But Seita is not the only person who sees what is happening. A farmer tells him to return to his aunt. A doctor names Setsuko's malnutrition. A policeman sees that Seita has been beaten after stealing. Each adult sees one piece. No one takes responsibility for the whole. Setsuko's death is assembled from moments that almost look reasonable on their own. A smaller portion, a warning without action, a diagnosis without rescue, a door that remains closed. No single person chooses her death. Nearly everyone chooses something that makes survival harder. And that doesn't erase Seita's mistakes. It leaves us with a more uncomfortable question. Why is a 14-year-old allowed to make mistakes this final? The bombing is public. What follows is passed downward from country to neighborhood to household until one boy appears to be carrying it alone. The planes disappear. The empty bowls don't. When Seita finally withdraws his mother's money, he learns that Japan has surrendered. The Navy has been destroyed. His father is almost certainly dead. Peace doesn't restore order. It removes his last reason to believe order is ever coming back. The war ends for Japan as an announcement. For Seita, it arrives as news that rescue is no longer coming. Then the film begins its cruelest sequence. The money exists, the food exists, the watermelon exists, peace exists. Everything arrives, but nothing arrives in time. By the time Seita returns, Setsuko's hallucinating. She mistakes stones for rice balls. She places dirt in her mouth. For once, he has brought the right thing. He cuts the watermelon and tries to feed her. The scene resembles rescue. A bright fruit, a clean knife, and a brother preparing a meal. But need has a deadline. The answer has arrived. Setsuko can no longer receive it. Peace reaches the radio, but it never reaches the shelter. Akiyuki Nosaka wrote the original story partly from his own wartime guilt. He was 14 during the bombing of Kobe. His younger sister died after the war. Years later, he remembered returning after gathering her remains and seeing the village lights come back on. Wartime restrictions had lifted. His sister was gone. The world was becoming bright again. Nosaka also said the brother he wrote was kinder than he believed he had been. Seita's not only memory, he's revision. A brother created after the fact and given the patience Nosaka wished he had shown when patience could still matter. That memory connects every kind of light in the film. The incendiaries over Kobe, the fireflies inside the shelter, the village lights returning after surrender, the modern skyline at the end. Light usually promises safety. Here it marks the distance between recovery and return. The world can become bright again. The dead don't come back to see it. After Setsuko dies, Seita cremates her himself. At the beginning, fire falls from the sky and takes his mother. Now he lights it with his own hands and says goodbye to his sister. A child performs a funeral. He places Setsuko's remains inside the candy tin. Sweetness, emptiness, ashes. Seita carries it until he dies. Then a station worker finds the tin and throws it away. To him, it's rubbish. He can't know that he's holding a grave. The world doesn't hate Setsuko, it simply fails to recognize her. Then the film shows us modern Kobe. Buildings fill the skyline. Windows glow, electricity flows. The city has rebuilt itself. And it should. People should continue. Children should inherit something better than ruins. But rebuilding can't reverse what happened. The lights can return. They can't wake the dead. The first time we see Seita, he's already a ghost. We spend the rest of the film catching up to him. Each decision, each missed chance, each answer arriving one moment after it could still matter. By the end, we understand how he reached the station. His ghost can only watch. Below him, Kobe continues living. Above it, Seita sits beside Setsuko, present, unseen. The city moves on. The children remain.